Grand Rising Navigators. All right, are you ready for a super exciting week? Did I say exciting? I meant tense. Okay, no. Yeah, we had Mars stationed direct at 8 degrees, 8 seconds of Gemini last week on the 12th, 6 days ago. Well, it'll be 6 days ago when you're seeing this. And it was pretty direct about a few things, you know. People weren't in the mood for messing around. People were not in the mood for excuses or trying to justify things. People were just not in the mood. So I really hope everything went well for you last week, you know. So communications still have not been in the best. Why? Mercury has been retrograde for some time now. We brought the year in on a lot of retrograde energies, and this is a lot of that reviewing, you know, things that we thought we have been over being brought up yet again. So fun, right? So this is going to change slowly but surely, and then before you know it, it's going to be so fast. Everything's going to be moving so fast. You might just miss this slow motion a little bit. We've got Mercury stationing direct on the 18th, but that's not all we got. Oh no. First of all, stationing in Capricorn at 8 degrees, 8 seconds. Sound familiar? But we also have Pluto conjoining with the Sun conjoining with Pluto. And this is at 28 degrees of Capricorn. This is that tense degree. This is that degree that, you know, Pluto has been at and is really just kind of been rooting itself in, looking around, going, you need to go. You no longer serve. Yeah, that energy is not going to do. And now that the Sun's going to come highlight it, it's going to illuminate it for you. So be aware of what Pluto is trying to tell you no longer serves for your path. You know, we've asked and we've tried to, you know, become better versions of ourselves. We have tried to address our emotions, our feelings, what we're going through, why we react to certain things the way we do. We have done so much work. I know you have, and it's been a long journey. It's been a long road. Well, now Pluto's going to come in, and the whole theme of Pluto, death, destruction, and rebirth. But in order for that rebirth, we first have to clear all that space out. So we have room for all this new energy to come in. We have a room for all these new beautiful adventures, this whole new cycle, this 20-year cycle we're setting in motion, right? And it's about a 20-year motion. It should be about 20 years. 18, 20 years. You can go till about 44, I think, is when we'll be in this energy. So, and at least until 2040, this is the energy we're moving into. So really, this whole last 3 years has been about what are you going to clear out? What cycles are coming to an end? So you have room to start these new cycles. So you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the energy, the vibration, the frequency, all of that to move that stuff into your life, right? So my best advice really is on the 18th, which is tomorrow, I believe, Friday, which is this Friday. Roll with it. Just roll with it. Be the observer. Be the observer in your own life. You know, really sit back and just see what's going on in your own life. And I really, truly believe it should all make it clear. And if it doesn't make it clear by the 22nd, I'm sure you'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on there, right? So we also have on the 20th, the Sun moves into Aquarius. So we're going to be bringing in that fresh air. It's going to be so nice to just have this new fresh air come in. Although I don't really think we're going to feel it necessarily on the 20th, right? On the 21st, we have the new moon in Aquarius, and this is going to be at 1 degrees, 33 seconds. And, you know, bringing that air in, really seeding in what we want for that new, you know, to harvest for the new, you know, the next full moon we have. And it's really about seeding, like, what do you want to feel? What do you want to feel like for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What would you like to feel? How would you like to feel? You know, happy, wealthy, healthy, all that good stuff, right? So that's what we're going to be bringing in. We're going to stay in this energy so we could really bring this in. And then on the 22nd, we have, first of all, we have got Uranus stationing direct, and this is at 14 degrees, of Taurus. And this is, so we're right there in that middle bit of Taurus. And, you know, that's that comfort. That's that comfort. That's being comfortable in everything, right? So we're going to get back to our comforts and not in a negative way, because when we're doing this whole retrograde thing, Uranus in retrograde through Taurus is just like unexpected things, and like you don't expect to get carried away with it, but next thing you know, holy crap, you can't put it down, whatever it may be. Or you can't, you know, you've been sleeping too much and now you just can't get out of the habit of not sleeping too much. Or, you know, we got a little too comfortable. You might have got a little too comfortable in Taurus with this. And it's in those areas. It's just that unexpected way. You weren't expecting to get all caught up like that, but you did, right? Because it felt good. But now you're realizing maybe it wasn't a great idea. So with Uranus stationing direct, you know, just look for that. This is all about, we're going to really be illuminating the things that no longer serve us through this next week, the 18th through the 22nd. Also on the 22nd, we have Mercury trining. Oh yeah, I just said that. Mercury trining the nodes. Oh yeah, Mercury trining the nodes. I did not say that. Mercury trining the nodes in Taurus. So we also have Mercury trining the nodes in Taurus as well, along with this whole thing. Moving on, right? And so, like, that's what it is. It's also about, with the nodes in Mercury, to me, this is perspective. This is all about perspective of those stationary points in your life, almost. Like those, not stationary, those, it's like if you're spinning and spinning and spinning, you focus on something, one thing. You come back to that one thing to kind of get your grounding, your focus, so you can kind of see straight, right? The nodes to me are just that area we come back in and we check in with and just kind of get our grounding, right? We get our balance again. And so with it being in Taurus, this is really a perspective thing, especially with Mercury playing into it. This is the way we perceive, the way we see things, the way we communicate to ourselves about things. You know, like we can trick ourselves into, oh, that's good for us. We can trick ourselves into, oh, no, it'll work out, it'll be fine, even though the signs are clearly saying it's not going to be fine. With the nodes, it's also, you know, this whole, do you see it? Do you see it? Glass half full, half empty? Like I said in the beginning, half full, half empty, or do you just not give a shit? The whole point through all this is just, we're going to be flowing. We're going to be flowing. We're going to be observing. We're going to be flowing. We're going to be observing. There's going to be a lot of truth coming out. There's going to be a lot of stuff that has been on lockdown, under review, going back and forth, that is really going to be made clear in the next 7 days. Okay, there's going to be a lot of clarity coming out in the next 7 days, especially after the 22nd. So I'd say in the next 13 days or so. Don't ask me why I said 13, because it's the number I picked. So we also on the 22nd have Venus conjoining. Venus and Saturn are going to be conjunct, and this is in Aquarius, 24 degrees. It's almost like clear restrictions on certain things that, like this whole thing, it just comes, all of this with Mercury, with Uranus, with the nodes, with Venus, with Saturn, with Pluto, all of this to me, this next week comes, the whole energy of it is what is no longer working, what is working. This is what we did not expect to happen, but it did. How are we going to handle it now? We got too comfortable over here, not comfortable enough over there. It's going to show us what comforts we should have never got too comfortable with and where we're moving it, what we're moving into. I hope any of that made sense, because to me, I don't even know. I'm going to have to watch this back because I don't even think I know what I'm saying, but I hope you get get what I'm saying. Oh, Mercury, what are you doing to me? Anywho, anyways, anyhow. So, all in all, my whole point is this next week or two, just be the observer and go with the flow, because that is where the beauty is going to lie. That river is going to take you straight into that beautiful lake, ocean, out into the fields that need to be watered. There you go. That river is going to drain down, and all of that makes no sense. Mercury is totally messing with me, and I don't know. You want to do a reading? Because this is not going as planned. Alrighty, Root. We're going to do a reading because Angie is so much better at that. Yeah. Alright, angels, ancestors, please be with me now. Help me do a reading. Pure and true. Help protect all those that come across this video. And help my words guide them where they may need guided. Alright. I did not mean to throw all those cards out, but we're going to roll with it. Judgment. 7 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Justice. Wow. 3 of Swords. Lovers in the reverse. Page of Swords. Oops. And Chariot. Reverse. All right. The first thing I see is that this judgment is almost like there's been so much judgment on you. It may be family members, friends, whoever it is. It feels like you've been judged so much that you're just almost over it now. Where it's just like, screw it. You can't do anything to fight what they're thinking. You know, they want to see you in this light so badly, so let them. This may be where Pluto's coming in and saying, do you see the kind of energy these people are trying to throw at you? It's not your crowd. This isn't jiving anymore, right? So it's like a constant battle. I feel like it's a constant battle of justifying yourself, explaining yourself constantly, or at least being, even if nothing else is said, it's almost like a feeling that is being thrown at you to where you feel like you have to justify yourself too much, too often. And it's like defense. I see a lot of defense, a lot of, this is mine, I worked for this, you did not, kind of energy. But not so much from you, more so possible fire sign. I know this is Cups, but I'm seeing a possible fire sign with that. I also have Justice. To me, see, I do this mirror, I do shadow light. It's my own spread that I've worked with my guides with. And on the reverse side of that, I do see Justice. I see Justice sitting very, very high and mighty. Not high and mighty. That's the wrong words. Justice, doing exactly what Justice needs. Justice is very fair. It's very, you've been so fair and in everything but you've been judged on the same hand, but you're not giving that judgment back. Any judgment, there is no judgment coming from your end other than on yourself. It's more you're judging yourself. But I do see Justice in this area. The Justice card is out. I see this coming out in your favor. I see this working out so long as you don't put up a battle. And you lay the swords down where they need to be laid down, because this battle is over. This is not a battle that could be won by words, with words, right? This is a battle that can only be done through action, right? I also have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords, you know, can generally mean heartbreak. It can mean, you know, a third party, but I'm going to actually bring out my lover cards just for this reason, because I would like some clarity on the 3 of Swords, please. Is this relationship? What is this about? Okay. I have romantic feelings, children. Your love life is being affected by children. Okay, to me this is and your feelings are real and worthy and worth exploring. So the way I'm seeing this, it's almost like it's like first thing I got was inner child. Right? Your inner child has not been addressed, something in the area that is affecting relationships. However, I also got that this is more about adult children that are not so happy, or the children involved on the other, whoever may have the children in the relationship. This is really a heartbreak. This is really pertaining to children. I don't think, if your partner that you, or somebody you are looking at possibly being with, has children, or you have children, I definitely recommend that being addressed with them, because they're not having an easy time with it. And if it's not addressed, then it could lead to this. It could definitely lead to some heartbreak. You know, and with the Page of Swords, this is what it is. You've got to be the messenger. You've got to be very clear with your words. You're the messenger. You've got to bring the message to them, not just let them see what's happening. They have to, you know, if there are children involved, they need to know very clear and direct, because I believe that it's going to do more harm if, you know, like, it's like, oh, I'm savoring their feelings, you know, I'm not sure. But are you, if they see what's going on? Like, children are so much smarter than we give them credit for. They really are. And so they're going to see and they're going to notice. And if you're not talking to them about what's going on, this could be very damaging. This is not for everybody, though, okay? This also refers for those that are not dating, okay, or dating with where children are involved. This is about addressing your childhood, the relationships you watched as you grew, and how you saw what was normal for a relationship, and something about that needs to be addressed. And it's very clear and to the point. It's a very to the point kind of energy. Okay, and then on the other side, coincidentally, we have the Lovers and the Chariot reversed. And for that, I have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by religious upbringing, and a spiritual path. So what I always say about the Lovers card is it does not have to necessarily mean intimate relationships. Lovers card to me is just, it means shit. In this case, it is. This is just all about the lovers. That's all about the lovers. If you are trying to date somebody who is completely different values than you, it may be fun for a moment, but it's going to move. It will move you and this person in a wrong area, in a wrong path, because instead of it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle to show. There's not very many people that can have completely opposite values and have a long-term relationship, or raise a family with completely different values. Whose values win? Whose values, you know, whose values are more important to teach the family. However, this is definitely needs, in order to turn this around, you've got to look. This is about looking in. The Fool in reverse. It's all going one way. I don't believe it's time for starting over in a relationship right this moment. I think you're better off waiting until after March, or around March. This is just not the time to start a brand new relationship. Oh no. Everything about it is secrecy. Everything about it is secrecy. So if you're going to date somebody outside of your own views that may have completely different views from you, this is all going to be kept in secrecy. Everything about this relationship, both sides, both dark and light, are all showing me that this is all about relationship. And one side, it is the children, it's children that are a factor, and I believe it's the children that are having an issue with the relationship. It is not either party, you know, either one of the grown-ups, adults in the relationship. It is the children that are are hurt because they're not being told what's going on. On the other side, it is also about relationships, but this is all about secrecy. This is about completely different religious values, right? This is somebody's trying to be spiritual on one end, and the other person is like, no, like that's evil. You're like, you can't do that. What do you like? How does that work? I mean, I could get along with anybody, honestly. Like I love meeting people with new, stuff that is different than me, because I learn something. Like, to be with people that are exactly like you all the time gets ridiculous. It gets a little boring. However, if your values, especially when it comes down to spirituality or religion, are completely, vastly different, short term might be doable, but a long term relationship could be very tricky. Right? Like I said, especially if it comes to some more of those like really serious commitments as far as any kind of marriage or children or anything like that. I mean, holidays, if celebrated, who gets to do what? Who gets to celebrate with their traditions, right? So, and it's not a time for starting this completely over. It's not going to, if it feels as if you guys have turned a leaf and it's going to work, it's all going to be kept in secrecy. You're going to be keeping all of this in secrecy, right? That's what I have for that one. I wasn't expecting to do a love reading. Okay, and this is the bottom of the deck. We are looking at only one cup. See, we're not realizing that all these other cups, you have all these other cups of beautiful things. This could be career, this could be home, this could be friendships, but here we're pouting and we're just focusing on the one thing that is not working out. If you take your view and your focus away from the one thing that is not working out and you start focusing and viewing the things that are working out, you're going to bring in more of that energy. Be in the energy of what you want to attract. If you want to attract abundance, then feel like then appreciate, be grateful for every little thing you have, right? I'm so grateful for this trash bag because I could do this with it. I could put this in it. The simplest, littlest things. Be grateful for it, right? Because if you are grateful for anything and everything, you're going to bring all that in more and more because it's gratitude. Why would the universe give you something if, like, I'm not happy with anything I got? Okay, well, I'm going to stop giving you things because this person over here is super happy when I give them anything. Right? So be in the energy that you want to attract. And that, especially for love, I tell people this all the time. It's why I really try to stay away from love readings or any kind of relationship readings, because it all comes down to the same thing. Do you love yourself? How much do you love yourself? Do you love yourself enough that you respect yourself? Because if you expect anybody else to come into your life and love and respect you, then you better be doing it for yourself as well. How can you expect anybody else to do those things for you if you can't do it for yourself, right? So, all right, I am going to put this away. Somebody really needed to hear that. So, like I said, this is a general reading, so I don't believe that reading was necessarily for everyone here, for sure, but I do believe there's someone watching a few people that are crossing this video that really did need to hear that. You know what? It's that heartbreak. Watch out for that heartbreak. We don't want to do the heartbreak thing anymore. I think we've learned so much, and you've healed so much in your life. Why would you even set yourself up for a failure like that at this point? I mean, I'm all for giving people a chance, but you've got to be able to give yourself that fair shot as well. All right. Is there any other messages for anyone else here? There's some other messages. It's put down. You gotta lay your swords down, right? I love this card because it explains it, so it's just self-explanatory, right? Right? Do you see this? Okay, well, he's carrying around these swords. He doesn't need to carry on these swords. Wait, oh wait. I'm thinking of the Rugwood. It's a different deck. Anyways, look at all these swords he's carrying around. There is no reason for him to be carrying around all these swords. Right? He's literally making himself struggle. He's literally doing it to himself. They're doing it to himself. Seven of Swords, doing it to himself. Right? What do you need to let go of? What struggles do you need to let go of? What battles do you need to let go of? Right? Because it's just going round and round and round and round. We also got Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a charmer. Gonna come in and gonna charm you like no other. Fast talker, smooth talker. Before you know it, your bank account's empty, your heart's broke, and you feel like a fool. Make sure whatever anyone is offering, no matter what it is, make sure that there is substance to it. Make sure it is not a hollow offer. Make sure that they can back it up, right? By doing so, you're going to bring in a lot of fresh air. You're going to bring in all these new ideas. There's going to be a lot of spiritual growth. But this does require walking away from certain things in your life. And that, I believe, Pluto and this next week are going to make it very clear. Doing so is really going to bring that abundance in. Oh, yeah. This is wonderful. This is an absolutely wonderful reading. So I've got the Seven of Swords in the middle, which is the current energy you're in. On top of that, I got the Knight of Cups. Now, as long as we're making sure that we're paying attention to things and we're making sure that what people say have some backing to it, like no more just surface, no more surface shit. You're too deep for that. You got too much intelligence for that, right? So make sure what people are bringing your way have substance. Like it's worth it. They're not just bringing you a load of bullshit, right? They're not like, oh, I got this brand new car, and you get in it and the wheels fall off. Let's be really any big, investments, anything like that. Let's be thinking about this stuff. I'd really wait till after this week for all that, though. And then on top of it, I've got the Ace of Wands. So this is that spiritual growth we're going to bring in. So long as we make sure we're clearing the way with our Eight of Cups, walking away from anything that is just bringing that energy down, bringing that vibration, that frequency down, right? And then I've got Knight of Swords fought with the Queen of Wands. Be very clear with your words, right? When you're clear with your words, bring that. It doesn't need to just be clear and to the point. I suck at this. I suck at the clear and to the point stuff, okay? Doesn't need to just be clear and to the point, but it needs to have heart. It needs to have, again, with this substance. Like, you are too beautiful. You've got too much intelligence, and you've got too much heart, and you've got too many beautiful gifts within you to be surface, to just surface. Hey, how's the weather going? Kind of conversations, or relationships, or friendships, or any kind of work that you're doing. Make sure it's make sure it has as much to it as you do, right? Make sure that it's going to allow for growth, keep you interested, whatever it may be. We have the jets flying over. They've been flying over quite a bit here in the last 24 hours. Live by NORAD in Colorado. Yeah, NORAD's real. You looked it up on the internet. That's funny. Anyways, on the other side, I have 10 of Pentacles, followed by Page of Pentacles. This is just, it's bringing in this abundance. It is, it's about finding that family. It doesn't necessarily need to be family, but like that soul tribe, right? Those like-minded people that you're able to share with and create with, because this is an earth energy. This is a material, like in the material world. Like what can you build that you can actually see and show other people, like whether it be a whole camp for people that want to be off grid, or whether it be like you know, like a little shop that sells herbs and remedies and stuff like that. This is about working with like-minded people so that you can create something that is as beautiful as you are, right? And really getting rid of anything that it is just surface. Because it's, I mean, yeah, we got to deal with certain things in this world, but you can get a lot deeper than you're going right now. You're just on the surface, and you've got so much more ahead of you. This is so much growth. It's success. It's financial success. You know, it's material abundance, but it's also a lot of new spiritual growth, a lot of new spiritual ideas and feelings and knowledge. So this is really bringing in a beautiful energy, so long as you clear the way and you're not just holding on to things that are a strand. You're just holding on to a strand like, no, I got it, you know. So what else do we got? Yeah, just keep on going. And nine of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Like literally, I'm not even playing. I've got 10 of Pentacles. I've got Page of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. All right, here. It's beautiful. And so, you know, it's really bringing in this abundance. This fiery energy. The ram's really sticking out. Fast motion. This is going to be a lot of fast growth. Keep your strength, but this is a strength. This isn't like a strong strength. This is a patience. Patience. Even though it's hard. But I'm not telling you to be patient. Be patient, yes. But it's that kind of strength, right? It's the kind of strength that you've got to keep your mouth shut when you just want to say something so bad. Kind of energy, you know? You'll get to where you need to get. Don't get into these battles that are oops, sorry. I didn't mean to kick you. I'm so sorry, friend. I didn't mean to kick you. Don't get into these battles that just go round and round and round and round and truly. Man, these jets, I just stop recording and go see what's going on. This is what I have for you, my friend. This challenge card. It's about leaving behind. I've got six of swords. It's about leaving behind those that do not serve you. It's finding and highlighting the areas, the people that are going. The Moon and Three of Cups is about highlighting this kind of energy. Like-minded people. People that want to dance barefoot in the rain under a full moon. I mean, if you're down, I am so down. So down. There's nothing I love more than dancing in the rain barefoot. A lot of it is just, it's so refreshing. So refreshing. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. There was 2 readings in one. So, hope you enjoyed, right? And I'll see you very, very soon, I am sure. I love y'all so much. Peace.